Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself.
Many thanks, Doctor.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Evelyn. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
I cannot enter.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies...
I cannot express my thrill at this.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar.
Very well. I have a task for you.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the
A
general...
spokesman or politician is what you need.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has...
And you would like me to eradicate?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter.
These past insufferable weeks.
Please continue. Every detail.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should...
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in...
I met him in New York.
If only there were more of us, less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same.
Every last one of them. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen some.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a...
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them. Good evening, Miss
I
Howcroft.
need blood, Doc.
Have you heard...
I have no time for...
I'll leave you, Mistress of...
See you again.
Good evening, nurse.
Dr. Swansea has already told...
Did he really?
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal...
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doc.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from...
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening.
Doctor,
Have you heard of it?
I have no time for such...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Well, it's a euphemism.
What can you tell me about the strange man?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do...
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious...
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss...
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What can you tell...
Let me get...
How would you
It's serious.
You must...
Sorry.
Nurse...
I wish I...
How...
were long enough to...
You'd be How is...
Well, not well.
What?
Milton's not...
How...
Well, not well. I don't...
What can you...
Let me...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Now or never.
I've never seen so...
Good evening.
Doctor...
And why?
People are...
Have you heard...
Blackmail.
I'll leave you.
Please, sir.
What's going...
I'm blind.
How... Don't... I have all...
Thank you.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
sort of creature is this? Here's what... Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
closed.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every year.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol.
There's more and more of these bloody leeches every night.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow. Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert.
Do you know
Never heard of her.
Goodbye, young.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy. Someday you'll understand. I won't end up another drunk arse.
Been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial. When science...
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have...
I must insist, sir.
I have no...
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you.
I will return later.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You paid a piece of money.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my...
Excuse me, sir. I have a few...
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say?
Really?
I'm Joe Peterson's son.
Have you heard of a nurse?
Dorothy Crane.
Could you please tell me more?
She's a nice girl.
Goodbye, Mr.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may...
I'm not bothered.
Good.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Forgive my
Do not apologize.
I am Dr. John.
Sorry?
Do you know?
I don't...
So...
None.
What?
Before...
What do you mean?
Or
Quite a...
But you...
What do you mean? Quite a...
But you...
Well, what do you mean?
To be...
Really?
We must
What is...
cleanse.
Tell me, Tobias. What...
God will reckon. Seed.
What do you mean when you say...
All signs.
Quite a judge...
Well, you...
Well, what do you... Really? What...
Seed.
What...
All
Quite... Well, what do you...
The bee.
Excuse me, sorry. I'm new to Whitechapel.
Dr. Reed.
I heard...
Not much, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid... Without it...
I don't know.
He never...
No.
Really?
He went to the... No.
Where can I find this?
He spends most of his time...
Goodbye, Mr... The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. It's locked, all right.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here!
Against malevolence and trickery.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But sorry, no, never heard of her.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Come on, Baron, you know a game you pay for peace of mind.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like...
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without...
I have to admit your words have conviction.
Control yourself. Calm. Calm.
Give me a break!
Raspan, can you hear my voice? I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manner. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
The risks you've taken for your friends in Whitechapel are criminal, and you can pay dearly for them.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
This one stinks already. Fuck is fast! Die! This is no place for you, sir. Stop now!
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Sick and suffering.
Me, I'm not dying some piss.
human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Die, leech!
Does it? Burst here alive. Crush the leech, boys! Die, vermin! Ha! Doesn't like burning, does it?
bastard leech, boy!
I cannot enter. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening.
Goodbye for now.
I will not let you down, my boy. Last time this epidemic was difficult.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British...
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse me.
Me? Goodness, no.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
A vampire?
Such a crude word.
Are you an...
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing.
So we are...
How to put it?
Why does...
Dr. Swansea is a...
What do you know about
The Brotherhood is well known.
And...
As you well...
I know that...
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen.
Very well.
A lady has to have some.
And...
My makeup.
Why did you...
I could
William...
No, Jonathan.
What type of...
Not a true...
I bid you farewell. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Yes, Jonathan?
May I ask you some...
Please do.
I bid you
Yes, Jonathan?
May...
Please.
I bid you farewell. Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your profession?
Please, speak. But...
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What make...
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recent...
I see. Do you have anything...
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but it's...
This is very interesting.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once dosing...
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in...
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy! With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your...
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative...
We'll discuss this more later.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But
yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Sorry, sir. No admittance. Over there! Best be moving on. Are you deaf? Crush the leech, boys!
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength. Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and...
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so...
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
I am here to step back!
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort,
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she...
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Get them weapons ready! With Van, come on! Back to the shadow!
Remember you.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making. I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return her.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal.
You mentioned a dead patient.
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital.
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, John.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Daily routine.
What on earth happened here?
Oh, Jonathan.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the Scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds.
I'm always here for you, John.
What do you know?
What more?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is?
The Ascalon.
Thank you, my...
Stupid fucking beast!
A leech! A leech!
Burn it, boys! It's down! Finish.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top!
I must look a fool. Heartens me to know you can't see me, my sweet queen. Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts would be running completely apart.
Mark my words.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs to catch him.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. It comes of a sudden, night time, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Murders by night.
No, he's just another lost orphan.
Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir.
And what do you...
Mine...
A vamp?
Hi,
Mister?
A man of...
I'm looking for...
The sad saint?
Really?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intention...
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts.
Goodbye. So few clients. Good evening.
Good evening.
You remember?
Of course,
Thank you.
Now,
Tom,
I heard the sad saint.
the important thing...
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those...
Where is it?
It's...
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
He didn't deserve this.
So few clients.
Damn it.
With the epidemic, I thought the days go outside.
A freaking vampire, then.
I can't say, but whatever did this carefully avoided the arteries. We had found ourselves...
Seems like the guy...